What's up, YouTube Blitz? This is Mathis StarCraft, and this is Game 2 between EGiNcontrol, our red Protoss, and dSeleCT, our blue Terran, and we are on Tal'Darim Altar LE here, the MLG version, of course, because this is what? What else? MLG Columbus, the only thing you should be watching right now, in my opinion. So let's get this underway. Last game we did see dSeleCT and EGiNcontrol on Tal'Darim Altar. Not Tal'Darim Altar, I'm sorry. Shakur's Plateau, and dSeleCT quickly took that game, expanding like crazy, playing a huge macro-oriented game with primarily a Marine Marauder medevac army, and with heavy harassment play, taking out a lot of workers and really making EGiNcontrol feel like he could not move, with merely one medevac full of troops towards the end of that, just allowing him to expand like crazy. So you can see mind games in this game are essential to winning in the higher leagues, and it worked so well for him that he took that game almost just no contest. It was such a good game. Though EGiNcontrol was able to put up a good fight later on, there was no question who was winning that game. So let's see what happens here. This is a huge map, and they are spawning as far away from each other as possible, cross positions. So we'll see if they both decide to go early expand like they did last time. We did see dSeleCT here do a 1 Rax into expand, and we did see a 2 gateway into expand from EGiNcontrol, both focusing heavily on the macro. It was just the harassment style of dSeleCT that really prevented EGiNcontrol from doing much. So we are going to be scouting both corners, both workers really not really finding each other, but they quickly will, as they will be moving on into their respected areas. Right now it looks like it'll be EGiNcontrol finding his friend first. I don't know if you guys are watching his partner EGiDRA. Spoiler alert, if you are not interested in finding out who wins the EGiDRA between IDRA and dSeleCT, then I will not tell you, but definitely should check it out. Anyway, so it looks like I like this this wall. If he did it again where he starts 2 buildings but doesn't finish it, denying that scouting from EGiNcontrol here. So awesome play. I love that so much. Just you only see wall offs happen for Terrans typically with Zerg, so he's seeing this, denying that scouting, making EGiNcontrol play in the dark is just such an awesome and smart move. You just don't see that too often, while he himself can just move on in here, no problem. And even the Protoss wanted to, he wouldn't have been able to wall off in time anyway. The Cybernetics Core wouldn't have been done, and he would need to finish that hole with a Zealot, unless he wanted to put a pylon there, which is, I guess, a little bit, which isn't unheard of. It's not something you would see. And there is the expansion dropping down, so we will see a 1 Rax expand again, and I like these Marines out in the middle here being able to keep an eye on to see if there are any probes or anything coming on in. But if we actually see over here, we do have dSeleCT hiding a probe right in the corner under this trees. I like that, just because the vision is so hard to see. You can't even see it unless he probably moves it. So unless he moves it, highly doubt to see dSeleCT. There it is, but there he is. He's moving it, and he's going to see that, and he's going to quickly hustle his Marines over there. So I'm not quite sure if EGiNcontrol meant to do that, but he is going to lose his probe because of it, and those Marines are going to be moving on back. But he did see that expansion drop, which is all he needs to know, so he probably was like, okay, he's expanding, so he did a 1 Rax into expand. Nothing unheard of, especially on a big map like this, so he's going to grab his expansion much earlier than he did last time. Because of that, he did scout last game the expansion a little bit on the late side, and then EGiNcontrol grabbed a hidden third, and in doing that, sorry, I had to take a drink. And in doing that, really skyrocketed his economy out of this world compared to EGiNcontrol. And EGiNcontrol just grabbed his third a little bit on the late side because he was not aware of it. And it looks like he's going to be doing something similar at the very least. Maybe we'll see a 3 gateway pressure into expand. I'm sorry, we're doing 2 gateway into expand, and we're doing a 3 gateway after that, maybe into robo. That's what he did last time. He did 2 gateway expand, 3 gateway robo. And they both seem to be sticking to their guns, and it looks like it's very similar, though again his second expansion is going up much earlier, so it's going to be much better for EGiNcontrol, at least in his eye, and I think he definitely needed that expansion up earlier last time, so that's definitely something that's going to be good for him. This probe going to be grabbing the Zelnaga Watchtower to see if he decides to move on out. A good defensive bunkers from dSeleCT, allowing him, denying, should I say, EGiNcontrol's ability to scout anywhere inside of his base, or at least get far without a fight. Is he going to be grabbing? Last time he dropped 2 bunkers though, so we'll see if he decides to grab a second bunker like he did last time. Keep an eye on the production tab. It looks like he's just going to be producing at a 4 barracks, so instead of grabbing that factory like he did last time, he opted for grab a 4 Rax. So we'll see heavy infantry again. Here we go. He's going to be moving on out with a 4-rack, so a delayed 4-racks push. Interesting play from dSeleCT, a very, very early aggressive build. Unlike last time where it was a heavy harassment build, looks like he's going to be going straight up early aggression, marching straight over to his base while rallying all the rest of the barracks straight over to EGiNcontrol. So this is going to be come a bit of surprise, especially since he only has a Stalker and 3 sentries. He's going to need to make sure he uses force fields well to prevent those Marines from coming in and doing much damage. So here comes the encounter. Let's see what happens. It looks like he does have warping in some units, but again, more sentries, so those force fields are going to be imperative for his survival here, or at least to prevent much damage to his economy. Here come the Marines, and he's going to notice all these, and there go the force fields, stopping them, putting them in a choke, and there we go, walling off that one other wall, but there's still going to be a little hole, and there is the 4th. Like that, he waits, preventing him from unnecessarily spending that energy, and those Marines are going to do a little dance, do a little jig around those force fields, waiting and waiting to get through, and he's going to give him enough time to warp in some more zealots, some more sentries. He's going to lose a few sentries there, but that's fine. He can't let these Marines get to the probe line and do any more damage, while we have more Marines marching on in. If you take a look at the minimap, they are on their way. And he is going to do some damage, killing out all those stalkers and making the sentry retreat. He's going to be able to have free reign over those probes now, so he's going to have to pull his probes to do damage, but he's already going to lose 3 so far probes, and he's warping in a few zealots here to finish that little trap. But these more Marines are reinforcing, and he's going to quickly kill off this Stalker. Yes, there goes the Stalker, microing these Marines back to like killing a ton of probes before. Oh yes, he's done so much damage. Let's take a look at the count. Killing 11 probes at the 8-minute mark is humongous. Again, doing so much damage and putting him one step ahead again in this game, and continuing to harass while reinforcing with these Marines. This would not have paid off if he wasn't able to kill off all of those probes. If he was able to hold off here, if EGiNcontrol was able to prevent these Marines from doing any probe damage whatsoever, that 4-racks pressure and putting so much of his economy into those Marines would not have paid off, but now it's already paid for itself. He's done a ton of damage. If you look at the unit counting station, he is he's just about 10. He's 10 SCVs ahead of his partner, of his enemy, and 3 mules on top of that, so his economy is flourishing once again, and EGiNcontrol feeling like he needs to push out and do some sort of counter pressure, knowing that that's probably all he had. He feels like he needs to move out, or at least take some sort of map control to do some scouting to make sure there is no proxy racks in the middle of the map, which is probably what he was looking for, and there isn't. So he's going to move on back, feeling he needs to be a little defensive, while dSeleCT here can just macro up, drop another bunker, get a little defensive, probably prep to take a 3rd. And actually, as I speak, there's the command center. After knowing that was that huge success, he feels like he'd take a 3rd, and that Observer is going to get all the information he needs, but still, even if he sees all of this, he's still going to be one step behind. It looks like he himself is taking out the rocks over here to take his 3rd as well. Knowing that a 3rd is going up, he's going to feel like he needs to be in a rush to get that 3rd and make sure his economy isn't too far behind. Though it already is behind, he needs to make sure that it doesn't stay that way and grab that 3rd ASAP. And let's take a look at the unit counter station one more time to see if he's catching up. He is slowly catching up as far as the probes go. The chrono boost is going to help him with that. He is going to be forced to spend that chrono boost on probes, since he did lose 11 workers. And yeah, so now he's going to be taking out his rocks, taking his 3rd as well. On this map in particular, when someone takes their 3rd, typically you'll see them take this 3rd right here as opposed to taking it over here, because this, though with short flight distances, is a huge walk for any units whatsoever. So if you do an SCV transfer or a worker transfer and you get caught off guard and there's somebody waiting for you, the chances of you getting your army there in time are going to be slim to none. While this one, though further air distances, is much shorter walk distances. It's just like a hop, skip, and a jump away from your natural. So usually you'll see that being taken. Same thing with this. He just did opt to take the shorter one as well. I have seen people grab this as their 3rd, though I totally disagree with taking this as 3rd, because it's just so dangerous, and it's you can be attacked from multiple areas, moving over on this end or this end, both coming on this wide choke, and again, it takes so long to get over there. But it looks like dSeleCT is ready to move on out with 3 medevacs and a huge chunk of Marines and Marauders. The upgrades are going to be going down. If we take a look at the upgrades right now, they have 1 ground weapons, while 1 ground armor is on the way currently, and they do have stim and concussive shells are upgraded for our Marauders. So here we go, splitting that army, smart move. Here we go, he's going to moving on in, looking to take care of those probes again, but no, he's going to be trapped He's going to move on out. He is going to be looking like he's going to be ignoring the army and going straight for the probe line once again. What is he researching over here? Nothing. He canceled that research, knowing full well that he's probably going to lose it. And I think it was Blink Stalkers. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there goes shutting that down, knowing that there was anything going on in there, but still needing to shut that down, forcing EGiNcontrol to spend more. And he's going to drop on the low ground here and heal them up with the medevacs and quickly shoot down those Stalkers from the high ground. He's going to have to move back, but not before he loses 2 of the Stalkers. He's going to gun for the Twilight Council. Is he going to lose it? Yes, he is going to lose it. Moving on, trying to force field trap as many Marines and Marauders as he can and weapons out. It looks like dSeleCT is going to lose all but 3 Marauders, perhaps. I'm sorry. 2 Marauders and a Marine. I can't tell what's in there. That is a Marauder. So all but 3 Marauders, but well worth it. Doing a ton of damage again. And doing, let's see, how many workers he did? Well, he only killed 2 more workers, but he did kill off that Twilight Council, a bunch of pylons. So still doing damage. EGiNcontrol feeling like he needs to move out. If you look at the food differential, he's about 20, almost 30 food ahead, dSeleCT. So knowing he is now even further behind, he is forced to move out.